Hey friends! Okay, so I have been asked to share a bit of my health journey. My name is Laura Allen, and I live in Charleston, South Carolina, and I have two sweet girls, Virginia and Emmy Lou, age 6 and 8 years old. And really, our health journey began about 9 years ago. I was 8 weeks pregnant and terrified for the future. I was still silently struggling with an eating disorder that had consumed my life for decades. Restrict, binge, spend hours at the gym to wake up and do it all over again. Diet pills, laxatives, sugar-free Red Bull, diet sodas, that restrict binge cycle. That was my story for years. I was still running about 8 miles daily, and I just couldn't get out of that vicious cycle. I'm a speech pathologist, and I was treating a little guy, and his mom shared fruits and veggies in a capsule. And y'all, I said yes. Not for me, but for the sweet girl growing inside of me, and for my husband. He's a type 1 diabetic, and he was just struggling in his health. I was making 2 different meals every single night. He was eating a keto diet. He stayed away from fruits because he thought they were sugar. We know better today. And he didn't like any vegetables except grilled asparagus. And his health was going the wrong way. Seasonal allergies, couldn't kick a cold, needed a second cup of coffee at 3 o'clock. He had high cholesterol. He was on a statin. He had plantar warts all over his feet. His health was just going the wrong way. And we were in our early 30s. So this patient mom, when she shared encapsulated produce, fruits and veggies in a capsule, it made sense. It was a godsend. We said yes, not expecting anything to happen. Nothing other than just peace of mind that we were bridging that nutritional gap that we both had. I was nutritionally starving and had been for years, and I was terrified that I was gonna lose the baby. So fruits and veggies in a capsule. We made that one simple change, and y'all, in a short period of time, our health literally went from desperate to thriving, and we started asking why. Why, when we feed our body a variety of fruits and veggies, do we have more energy? Are we sleeping more sound? Are we craving more fruits and veggies? Y'all, I was addicted to the artificial sweeteners. Remember, I'm literally living off of caffeine, Diet Mountain Dew, Diet Sunkist, sugar-free Red Bulls. That's how I started every single day. Diet pills. I mean, that was the fuel for my body. So when we started feeding our bodies fruits and veggies, not surprising, they started coming back to life. The brain fog was lifted, our cravings were changing, that sugar addiction wasn't as strong. And y'all, we started asking why. Like, we were even nervous, like, what's happening? Are you craving more fruits and veggies? Like, what is happening? And we started looking at the relationship between nutrition and disease, and we started watching all of the documentaries like Forks Over Knives, What the Health, all of those. And we started learning about the power of food, fruits and veggies, plants in the body. And what was so exciting is we started to see my husband, he's type 1 diabetic and has been since age 13. His mom is also a type 1 diabetic. We started to see his blood work change, his A1C come down. What was on his plate was changing. His cravings were changing. And today, 9 years later, he eats a plant-based diet about 85% of the time. And we've made other simple changes, other lifestyle changes, other dietary changes. Y'all, I had 2 amazing, wonderful, non-eventful pregnancies. I enjoyed being pregnant, healthy deliveries, quick recoveries with both of my girls. I was running the day before I gave birth. I bounced back. It was just amazing. And it was the one simple change. That was the catalyst to our family making other lifestyle changes. And today we have hope. And another little piece of our story and our why is we are all pre-genetically disposed to something. Remember what I said. My husband's a type 1 diabetic, diagnosed at age 13. His mom is also type 1 diabetic. My daughter, at 18 months old, was diagnosed with the antibodies for type 1 diabetes, like her dad and her grandmother. And y'all, that took our breath away. And if it weren't for this community, I would have never been a mom on a mission and learned about this testing. And we learned, by the grace of God, we learned that she had the antibodies at 18 months old. And they said that she would likely need insulin within a year. Y'all, praise God. Her A1C is normal, and she is 8.5 years old and has never, ever needed insulin. Your DNA is not your destiny. It is the foods that we eat that turn on and off the plant nutrition that we eat. We feed our husbands and our kids. It's the plant nutrition that turns on and off those good and bad genes. And yes, I absolutely believe it is the lifestyle, the dietary changes that we continue to make, but it was that one simple change, adding plant nutrition, powdered produce, encapsulated produce, that was the catalyst for our family making other lifestyle changes. My daughter, our oldest, she has all the antibodies for type 1 diabetes since 18 months old, and her A1C continues to remain normal. And our youngest has 0 antibodies at this time. And there was a season where she really struggled with some asthmatic symptoms. And today we don't even own an inhaler. We are so, so grateful for the power of food in the body and the community that continues to teach us and encourage us and inspire us to do life well and make health a priority and continue to commit to our health, because it really is those small changes, consistent changes over time, that lead to overall optimal wellness. So our story, our future looks bright because we've continued to make simple changes, and it really did start with adding the encapsulated produce. That was the catalyst to our family making some other lifestyle changes, and we are forever grateful.